That should be enough. Bottoms up, as we say in the Scandinavian countries. Skål!
Is this week?
Skål!
Oh, he did it so fast!
Delicious, man.
Nah. Alright, human beings. We've got the second week of the group stage and a playoffs day to predict. Well, I'll say us, the final three, 2 bots, and the hope for humanity of Martin. And as you can see, it's not going his way at the moment. Pinky and Perky are dominating in their predictive clout. So, let's see how things work with the first set of predictions. The predictions that decide the eliminators. So as we go with Martin's picked, as you can see, for Heretics versus SK, he's given SK quite a lot of predictions in their favour, and a BDS dominance for him there. Pinky went and coin flipped its way to Heretics, nearly sweeping and only allowing SK to get a tower, and an Australis sweep. Perky went for Heretics predominance. And Ask will solve that. It's the week 2 rundown. Let's go. Eliminator 1, Group A, SK versus Team Heretics. And the fastest first blood of the series went to Heretics in a lovely 3.5 minutes. Fastest Herald of the series also went to Heretics. SK were having trouble getting into this game. They got themselves the first dragon in nearly 9 minutes, but you know, it was all good. They also got the first tower down the bottom lane. That was fine. Then the overlay died, but SK got themselves the fastest Baron of the series before getting the fastest win of the series. They all pretty much ended up in the first game. They got back in. SK 1, Team Heretics 0. Heretics needed to get back. First blood went to Heretics. This time, a bit later. But fastest dragon of the split also went their way. They got themselves a lot of objectives fastest. Herald, well, eventually picked up by SK. I say eventually. Fastest tower went Heretics' way, as they were doing very well on this, and then they just let SK get objectives, and well, they got back into the game again, and they won. A messy 2-0, but a 2-0 nonetheless. Group B's eliminator, BDS versus Australis. This one is home with the infamous Shoey. Now, first blood went Australis' way, fastest at 2 minutes 45. First Herald also went Australis' way. Dragon also went their way, even though kills were not. But they got themselves the first tower as well. Then BDS got the fastest Baron of the series and got themselves the win. So BDS 1-up against Australis. What could happen next? Well, BDS just about got themselves first blood, and then fastest dragon of the series went Australis' way. 6.5 minutes. Nice, lovely, it all went fine. Herald was picked up by BDS after a bit of a bait around the Herald pit. Bottom tower though went Australis' way. Then, so did Baron, but it took him half an hour to get it. And they did get themselves the win as well. So they're back up. It's one apiece. Decider time. Decider in the eliminator? Is that how that works? Well, it's going to have to. First blood, Australis. Then they got themselves the fastest Herald of the split. Game, match, you know how it works. They also got themselves the dragon, and this time they just, well, pretty much stomped all over BDS at this point. They got themselves fastest tower of the series. And 9 kills up to 2. And a nice gold lead. They got themselves the Baron. And then the fastest win of the series. Astralis move on to the deciders. But that's not enough here. We need to see how the predictions for the deciders went. Martin giving SK the win and Mad Lions the wins in their respective matches. Pinky gave an SK nearly sweep and an Astralis near sweep. Whereas Perky gave Vitality the win and Mad Lions the win in their respective games. So let's move on to the deciders. Group A's decider, Vitality versus SK. And well, First Blood went to SK just about. Vitality did get themselves first dragon, along with a few kills. They were getting themselves a nice kill lead. They also got the Herald. The Herald. Yeah, that. We just keep this recording. They also got themselves the fastest tower down at that bottom lane with said Herald. And then, while SK were trying to take a Baron, as you can see on the title, stolen. It was blue, Vitality, but SK held on. After nearly 40 minutes, got themselves the win. And they're 1-0 up. Then we moved to game 2, and well, First Blood went SK's in a bit more of a dominant fashion this time. Fastest Dragon went their way. As did Fastest Herald. Note Vitality's score at the moment is 0-2. Yeah, it went to 0-5 when SK got the mid tower as their first. Then, with 14 kills to 1, they got the fastest Baron of the series and the fastest win of the series at 17 kills to 2. They destroyed Vitality. Now if we look at the other decider, the Group B decider, Mad Lions versus Astralis. Fastest Dragon went to Mad Lions. It was 6 minutes 20, that was fine. Whereas First Blood went to Astralis after 9 minutes. It was a very cautious game. Herald did go Mad Lions' way. Still only that 1 kill. Then Mad Lions got a kill lead and got themselves the fastest tower of the series up in that top lane. Then they got fastest Baron of the series. But it was still close to kills until an Ocean Soul and 30 minutes gave Mad Lions the game's win. That 1-0 up in the Group B decider. Then fastest First Blood of the series. Oh, brush combat. Then Mad Lions proceeded to get the dragon and get the fastest Herald of the series. Then got themselves the middle tower. Then the fastest little Baron. This time Astralis unfortunately fell short. Mad Lions got themselves the win and are moving on. So now we look at playoffs day 1 and the predictions of the upper bracket final between G2 and Koi. Martin gave everything but First Blood to Koi, to G2. First Blood went to Koi, that's how that works. There we go, good right. Pinky gave most of the predictions, but Tower and Baron to G2. Perky pulled a mine. Everything but First Blood went to G2. So let's get on with it then, the upper bracket final. And here, First Blood went to Koi, 3.5 minutes. Malrang doing Malrang things, which those Malrang things are usually not taking camps. Fastest Herald of the series did go to Koi. The first dragon at nearly 11 minutes went to G2. Koi having a kill lead, then everything evened up. And G2 got the bottom tower. Baron did go to G2 a little later on after getting themselves, 3 dragon lead as well. And then they proceeded to get an Ocean Soul and the win. So G2 1 up. Then G2 chose Violence. While First Blood went to Koi on a Cassante, that was about all they did. G2 got themselves the first Herald. This is after spending a bit of time jungle invading, and yes, that is a Soshuani in the mid lane. Dragon also went to G2. Bottom tower was the fastest of the series to G2 as well. And look at that, 9-1. Then at 12-2, G2 got themselves the Baron, and then decided, you know what, we want that game 3. Fastest game, or fastest win of the split. I keep saying split. Fastest win of the series went G2's way, and that got them 2-0 up. But then Koi decided they wanted to come back. We'd look at Yike's jungle stats as First Blood went to Koi after a less than impressive tower dive. Fastest Herald, though. I say fastest Herald, that was fastest Dragon. That went to G2. First Herald, though, did go Koi's way, as did the bottom tower. Then, fastest Baron of the series went Koi's way as well. They got a bit of a wake-up call and got themselves moving. A win, Koi's way. G2, flawed. Koi get a game back as we move to game 4. Fastest First Blood of the series went G2's way. It was chef's kiss. Herald also went their way. Koi did pick up the first dragon of the game. And kills were even as the bottom tower was taken by Koi. It was close, and then bloody. And then a half an hour long dragon with a Chemtech soul eventually led G2 to the series win. So let's have a look at our standings. Perky is getting itself back into the top. Pinky, there in the middle, just chilling out. And Humanity's Hope, languishing down at 30 points. But there's still 3 games left. 18-point swing could happen. But is it realistic? We'll find out next week.